Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA, and this is Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree. Now this is for the narrative lectionary. We're looking at the book of Hebrews, and we've been walking through that the last couple of weeks, and we are on the 9th chapter, and verses 1 to 14. And the whole thing, when I see this section, it reminds me that God wants to come to us, that in Jesus Christ God comes to us. There's this image of God opening a door, that God is the one who makes the move to come towards us. I like this image better than if God closes a door, he opens a window. The idea that it's God that comes and is opening the door. It's God that comes and wants to know us. Now, the item I am using is this. It's a paint scraper, but the way I use a paint scraper, or at least this particular paint scraper, is that there are times that when I paint, I will paint a door closed. When you paint, you actually, sometimes if the paint dries, the window or the door just won't open. And I had this image, this idea that there are times where it's like I have painted my door closed. It's like I don't want to know you. I know you don't want to know me, and so my door, and not only is it locked, but it's painted closed. And you could talk about kids that have tried to open a door and they haven't been able to open a door, or a window that's been painted shut. And the scraper, you take that into the door and you scrape it open, and it breaks open the paint, and then you can open the door. And this idea that God wants to know us and wants to love us so much that God gives us ways, or God comes to us in ways in which our doors can be broken open. That seal is just ripped off, and God comes to us. Confession and forgiveness, in the waters of baptism, communion, as we receive bread and wine. God comes to us and says, I want to know you. And God does that through Jesus Christ. So, what a wonderful image that God wants to know us so much. And so there's times where my door is painted shut, and God comes to us and in ways just gets that door open no matter what. God wants that. So there we go. That is that's the children's sermon for this Sunday. I hope it's a springboard for your own thoughts on it. And as always, I thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a blessed week.